This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, our Lisa Sugart and the Standard Speaker's Mark Ketcher discuss the popularity of the STEM school in the Hazleton Area School District and discuss its future. Welcome to FYI. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ken Carr, and every day we start with headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Well, SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker have finalized the details for a special forum to introduce you to the 4 candidates running for Hazleton City Mayor in the May 19th primary election. SSPTV will tape an election forum entitled Let the People Know at 7 p.m. on April 20th at the Ramada Inn on Route 309. It will be a closed taping. All 4 mayoral candidates, Republican incumbent Mayor Joe Yanuzzi, Republican Council Member Jeff Gassat, and Democratic Council Member Jack Mundy and Democratic candidate Grace Kuzo have agreed to participate. Let the People Know will be a 1-hour-long program with air times to be announced at a future date. FYI and the Standard Speaker are proud to provide this special forum to introduce you to the candidates and their views as they get ready for Election Day, primary day in the city of Hazleton. As the current school year continues to wind down, the Hazleton Area School District is busy evaluating the success of its first ever magnet school and plans for a second. FYI's Lisa Sugart talked with Standard Speaker Managing Editor Mark Ketcher about both.
It was the Hazleton Area School District's first venture into a magnet or STEM school, STEM being science, technology, education, and math. And now that is growing and another magnet school on the horizon. Here to talk about it all is Mark Ketcher, the managing editor of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Mark, it's nice to see that this program is growing and it has taken off pretty well because people were skeptical.
Yeah, it's done really well, and so well, in fact, that they're looking to put an addition on the building there in Butler Township at the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences. That was discussed last week at a red carpet breakfast. Maria Ernst, the principal there, talked about her wishes for expanding that current building. And Dr. Antonelli validated that by saying that, that yes, there are plans to, down the road, put an addition on that building to accommodate more students.
The question would be, too, how to pay for that, I'm sure.
Right, that is one of the big questions, and obviously a concern of the taxpayers. So it's something that the school district will certainly be looking at as well as the school board and the newspaper as well, because we'll be keeping an eye on that and finding out how they'll be spending the money and affording that expansion at the school.
At first, I guess there were concerns, will enough kids apply for this school? But now they have more children applying than they can handle. Right.
They have generally 500 students at the school, and that's what the building is made for. Right now, they would take another 125 for the next school year for the incoming freshmen. But I believe right now they're at 300 students who have applied. So they have 125 openings, 300 students applying. Obviously, not all of the children are going to get into the school, which goes back to the admissions policy, which we've discussed before. But one day, I believe the administrators hope that they could accommodate more of those students so that more can get that STEM technology, STEM education through their high school career.
And then that one's doing so well that they quickly came out and said they would like to see an arts and humanities, and that's going to become a reality in the fall, but inside the Hazleton Area High School.
Right. It will happen in the fall, and for right now it will be inside the high school. There will be 125 freshmen who will follow through an arts and humanities curriculum. They'll take classes geared toward that. But again, it will be inside the high school for now. I think down the road the idea is to open another magnet school focused just on arts and humanities. But right now the district and the school board are not at that point yet. So we'll be anxious to see how that develops. But it has been, I think, more of a success than people had thought. A lot of students are applying, as you see with the numbers that we discussed. And the expectation is that it will be, will be a success going forward as well as students want to specialize their learning in these certain areas.
Well, I think it's great that they have the opportunity to go into these different aspects. We've been hearing about things like this in other districts for years. So finally, Hazleton area is offering a variety of choices, and that's great.
Sure. And it allows Hazleton area to compete on a certain level with the private schools in the area. The Hazleton area, the public school district can offer some of these things that may be previously only found in your Catholic schools or in your private college prep schools. So, you know, I think that is good news.
And we'll see what direction it all takes, because they'll have a new person at the helm next year when all of this is up and running again.
Right, and a new superintendent will be in charge after June. That's when Dr. Francis Antonelli, who I referenced earlier, will be retiring. The school board will have to make an appointment in the coming months so that person could take over as soon as Dr. Antonelli retires in June. So we'll be following that as well.
Mark Katcher from the Standard Speaker, thank you so much. We'll keep you up to date on what's happening in the Hazleton Area School District.
Thank you, Lisa and Mark. Meanwhile, auditions and interviews have taken place for students interested in entering the Hazleton Area School District's first ever Arts and Humanities Magnet School. We recently spoke with Dr. Craig Butler, Assistant Superintendent of Schools for the district, to get an update on the process.
Well, we're very excited about the new Academy for the Arts and Humanities, which will be embedded in the high school. It's not a standalone building. The program will be in the Hazleton Area High School. We have been visiting middle schools and presenting to our 8th grade students, and we've been in the process of also visiting classrooms, distributing applications. Those applications are starting to come back now. We have well over 100 students who have expressed interest in the academy. We've had a myriad of applications come in from the students in the 6 art areas, which are vocal music, instrumental music, art, theater, dance, and media, and also for the humanities side of the school, which is more of a study of man, philosophy, mythology, and an integration of English and social studies. So we're getting a nice mixture of applications, and the kids are approaching us with great excitement.
The district's second magnet school will house 125 9th grade students in its first year, with plans to add additional grades in the coming years. Well, who fired a shot into a yard in Hazel Township? That's what state police in Hazleton are trying to find out. According to state police, the incident happened last Tuesday around 3:25 p.m. when a stray bullet was fired into the backyard at 2067 East Broad Street in Hazel Township. The investigation is continuing. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do I look taller? I'm asking because today marks FYI's first birthday. It's been 1 year since the debut of the program here on SSPTV. It has been a pleasure to provide you with local headlines and in-depth interviews with some fascinating people. Help us celebrate by liking our Facebook page, facebook.com/FYI News 13. Plus, you can send us some feedback there. And remember, when it's your birthday, tell us and we'll get it on our social report. It's also been a pleasure working with the Standard Speaker. And speaking of the Standard Speaker, pick up tomorrow's edition where you will find out what's in store for those attending the 19th annual Greater Hazleton Job Fair on Thursday. Plus, right here on FYI, when we come back after this break, we'll preview the 2015 Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Job Fair as well. And then after that, in sports, we'll get to know Penn State Hazleton's first conference player of the week for the spring sports season and some of her teammates.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hi, I'm Lori O'Gurkis with Brandon's Forever Home with our Care for Kids segment. This week we're discussing the Dream Team for Brandon's Forever Home. The Dream Team for Brandon's Forever Home was created when we saw a need with the population that was aging out of foster care. And unfortunately, as time goes on and the children age, and they're not getting adopted, they start aging out of foster care. And we have a great need for these children. They need us, and in turn, you know, we love them because they're just children who are in need of love, support, and we're looking for mentors. And that's why we created the Dream Team. These children, just by being born into a situation different than mine, didn't necessarily have the right mentors to push them to excel in life. And we're looking for Dream Team mentors for our aging out population. You get to work one-on-one. We're going to have a mixer event at Brandon's Forever Home where we're going to have the older teens and then hopefully people within the business community, artistic community. They all have different various interests and backgrounds, and I'm hoping that people will step up and they will give their time, and they will meet some great children who really just want love in their life. So if you can contact us at Brandon's Forever Home, you can always find us on Facebook. You can contact Brandon's Forever Home directly through me, Lori O'Gurkis. My cell is 570-926-5117. And tell me how you want to become part of the Dream Team and help a child in need.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
The National Weather Service has issued a hazardous weather outlook for our area with a possibility of rising river levels as the snow melts. Now, the chance for flooding, they say, is low. Today was a decent day. Let's see if Mother Nature is just waiting to pull the rug out from underneath us yet again. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear. Our low will be around 29 degrees. The extended forecast on Wednesday, 70% chance of rain and snow showers, and then mostly sunny through mid-morning, then becoming cloudy with a high near 42 degrees. Little or no snow accumulation is expected. On Wednesday night, there's another chance of showers. Our low will be 42 degrees. On Thursday, showers are likely, cloudy with a high near 53. Thursday night, 50% chance of rain showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 37. On Friday, a chance of rain and snow showers before 8 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 43. Friday night, we have a chance of flurries as it gets colder, low around 26. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 37, and then Saturday night, mostly clear skies with a low around 25 degrees. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you, one in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue and another one in Nescapec on Broad Street. You can reach them in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683.
This Thursday marks the 19th annual Greater Hazleton Job Fair. And here to tell us about all the wonderful businesses that will be there looking for new employees is Leanne Falabelle, who is the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. Leanne, always a popular event that the Chamber hosts, and you have a lot of businesses. It's sold out.
It is sold out. We have 62 businesses who will be participating this Thursday. Like you said, we'll be at Genetti's on 309 in Hazleton from 10 until 5. And all of our businesses that are participating in the fair are listed on our website, hazletonchamber.org. So if anybody wants to check out who's going to be there, they can go to our website, click on the calendar, and they're all listed there.
Now, what's the best advice you have for someone who would be coming out? They should be ready, I guess, for an interview or for whatever could happen there.
Yes, absolutely. We do tell the employers that they can conduct on-site interviews, and a lot of them do take advantage of that. We have a private interview area, so be ready to get interviewed, be ready to fill out applications, have resumes in hand. If anybody wants to have their resume reviewed, they can go to our local career link here on Laurel Street in Hazleton, and they can check out your resume even prior to Thursday this week.
Now, who should come out to this job fair on Thursday? People looking for all kinds of jobs?
Yes, there's tons of jobs. I'm actually working on the program now, and any full-time positions, part-time positions, summer employment opportunities, internships, college internships, high school internships, all kinds of positions will be available.
What do you see? Do you see like a variety of ages that turn out for this? Because this is always a very popular event.
Yeah, absolutely. We see, we have the schools, local schools will bring in the students, so we'll have students, people that are just looking for a career change, maybe somebody that's already in the field looking for a career change, people that are unemployed looking, so just a large scale audience, definitely.
And lastly, if someone can't make it to the job fair, they can still find out what jobs are being offered.
Yes. Like I said, they can go to our website, hazletonchamber.org, click on March 26th, the day of our event, and all the businesses are listed there. And as I also mentioned, we do a program for each of the job seekers that attend the fair. So when you come to the fair, you'll get a program. All the businesses that are participating are listed in there, along with all the positions that they're hiring for. So when you come, you'll get that. If you can't make it to the job fair for some reason, you can pick one of those up at our office. We have them available, or you can just call our office.
All right. and it's hazeltonchamber.org is the website for the chamber, or you can call them at 570-455-1509. Thank you, Leanne, for coming in. I hope that you have a wonderful turnout and everybody gets a lot of great jobs.
Thank you very much, and we really do appreciate the support of Local News 13 and all you do for helping us to promote the events. It really helps, so thank you.
Glad to hear that. Our pleasure. Get out there and get a good job.
Thank you, Lisa. Here are your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on our green screen. Pick 2, 75, pick 3, 871, pick 4, 6434, and pick 5, 36338. We're talking Penn State softball after this break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Well, you know what they say, March comes in like a Nittany lion and out like a Nittany lion. That's what I was always told, and that's it. That's my whole intro into this story on the Penn State Hazleton softball team. Penn State Hazleton coach Marty Mrozinski says along with talent, he looks for players who view a team more like a family. Maybe that's why, when it comes to their annual trip to Florida, he thinks team bonding is just as important as wins and losses. The local Lady Lions came back up north this year with 3 wins and 6 losses, but the stats won't tell you just how much the team bonded during trips to the beach and nightly dinners.
I really like the fact that we as a team seem to work together very well. Whereas we're all new players, we all come from different backgrounds, and seeing that is very calming. Since we gained that in the beginning, I think we have a lot more. It's easier to work on our skill building now that we have that connection in the beginning, whereas it's harder when you get that at the end. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Pitcher Kayla Karchner is a sophomore and one of 3 returning starters from last year's team that earned an at-large berth in the National United States Collegiate Athletic Association tournament. Karchner, a former MMI Lady Prepper, has been working with PSU Hazleton's new pitching coach Heather Dale, who's a former Hazleton area Lady Cougar who also pitched in college.
I definitely gained speed this year, and I'm most known for hitting my spots. I can make the ball move. So I think I gained a lot of movement too. She's an awesome pitching coach. She actually is the one that helped me gain my speed. She pushes you. Like when we were first learning, we were on the mound, and I wasn't pulling my arm around fast enough, and she was yelling at me, "You're throwing like an old lady." But she's motivating.
Andy Quillman is another returning player. She had some big shoes to fill as a freshman, stepping in for Alyssa Rozevich. A-Rod, as she was known to her team, was a former Lady Cougar who started at third base for 4 seasons for the local Lions.
It was a tough position for her to step in and fill in those shoes, but Andy stepped in and got the job done, which is what we thought she could do.
She told me, she said, I always had a strong arm. Strong arm?
Oh, she's a very strong arm. You know, she throws very hard across the diamond. Good on covering bunts, getting the ball over to first base.
Quillman has always played third base. Well, actually, her first position was less formal.
I actually started just my dad and I throwing out in the yard, and I was like, I want to play this as a sport. So when I got to 7th grade, I started playing in junior high.
You get out there, and then did you end up at third base? I mean, was that like the first stop or when you first started playing?
Yeah, third base is pretty much where I started out, and then I just stayed there.
What about it? What was the fit there? I mean, is it just that's where they put you and you just adapted to it?
I had a good arm since I started playing, so they just kept me there because it's the longest throw in the infield.
Freshman center fielder and relief pitcher Sarah Stauffer says bonding on the Florida trip was great. While the freshman took advantage of the time getting to know her teammates, she also helped the bat meet the ball so much that she was named the Penn State University Athletic Conference Player of the Week. Over 9 games, she had a .406 average with 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run. You were down in Florida. How'd you get in a groove just so fast in freshman year?
I just tried to stay relaxed.
Easy to be relaxed in Florida? I mean,
yes. Just tried to watch the ball hit the bat. So
yeah, what do you look for when you're at the plate? I mean, what's going through your mind? What do you like when you're going?
I like a strike down the middle. That's what I look for.
That's what you're waiting for.
So if that's the first strike, I try to swing at it.
No matter what, if you see something good, you're going for it.
Yep.
It seems like the team had a ball in Florida on and off the field, so they would probably love to take another trip at the end of the season to Nationals. Karchner's brother Charlie was a member of the MMI baseball team that won a District 2 title last year, and this year he's playing for the Penn State Hazleton baseball team. The two of them have an interesting connection to Penn State, and we'll have that story soon on FYI. Speaking of Penn State, speaking of Players of the Week, Sal Biazzi is doing all right on the Penn State baseball team out in Happy Valley. Sal was named the Big Ten's co-freshman of the week. He had an almost perfect week last week, striking out 9 consecutive batters. In all, he pitched 4 1/3 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit and no runs with 3 walks. He has the best ERA on the team for relief pitchers. The Nittany Lions play at home on Wednesday against Villanova. That's all for sports right now. FYI, we'll be right back. Happy Wing Night! It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. One quick announcement. Greater Hazel Township Babe Ruth Senior Division is still accepting registrations for any 16 to 18-year-old interested in playing in the Valley Babe Ruth Senior Division for the upcoming season. Registration will be held Saturday, March 28th at the Hazel Township Commons Building from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. More information, just call 570-401-9973. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Robert G. Soblodnik of Collindale. Services are Friday at 11 a.m. in the Holy Ghost Byzantine Catholic Church. Viewing is Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Kavanaugh Family Funeral Home. Donna Marie Schaefer of Pardeesville. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Furo Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Marion Wenner Harrell of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Services were held in Goldsboro. Francis O'Donnell, formerly of Drifton. Mass is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call at the church from 8:45 to 9:30. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Millicent Agnes Blummer of Freeland. Funeral is Thursday at 10 a.m. from the McNulty Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. and Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. Patricia M. Saliga of Hazel Township. Funeral is Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonden Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. Richard Romberger of Cunningham. Memorial is Sunday at 2 p.m. from the Cunningham Christ Lutheran Church. The Rosenstock Funeral Home is handling the arrangements. Dolores A. Black of Hazelton. Services are Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Faith Assembly of God Church. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Dominic DeLuca of Weatherly. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. in Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church. Arrangements are by the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. And Robert Roland Lemon of Tamaqua. Private arrangements are under the direction of the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Robert Mount of Cunningham. Robert, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
It really has been a great year here at FYI. Thank you for being a part of it. Come back tomorrow when we are 1 year and 1 day old. Until then, take it easy, everyone.